This segment is sponsored by Kent District Library. KDL has partnered with the World Affairs Council of Western Michigan to present Voices of Indigenous Peoples for Community and Healing. The free program series addresses the challenges facing Indigenous groups and the work being done to correct those challenges. Henny van Drager is the Programming and Outreach Manager for KDL. Erica Kubik is Director of Programming and Events with the World Affairs Council of Western Michigan. And both of you, I welcome you. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Erica, tell us about the World Affairs Council and the work that you do.
Sure. We're a nonpartisan, non-advocacy organization that focuses on global education. We've actually been in the community for almost 75 years, and we partner with almost 50 businesses within the community, 11 colleges and universities, numerous individual supporters, and of course, great partnerships with our other community organizations like Kent District Library.
Yeah, for sure. So, Henny, KDL partnering with World Affairs Council, tell us how that came about.
Yeah, it seems like a very natural partnership. We're very much aligned as we are also nonpartisan in our community. And for a number of years, we've brought a series to our patrons with partnering with World Affairs Council on topics like urban planning, clean water, civil discourse. And this year, we're partnering on this series on Native Americans, on boarding schools. And, you know, some of these are really tough topics. And I appreciate World Affairs Council because they deal with these things with such sensitivity and nuance. And yeah, so it's been great. I'm excited about the series that we have coming up, and we really treasure this partnership.
Yeah, Erica, talk a bit about this three-part series. Henny mentioned boarding schools, but let's go through the three topics.
Sure. So the series starts next Wednesday, October 18th, and it will begin with the topic of boarding schools with Patricia Shackleton. She's the executive director of the Anishinaabe Gaming Cultural Center here in Michigan. She has a background in public health, and so she's going to talk about the history and health consequences, as well as, you know, mental health consequences of boarding schools on Indigenous groups here in Michigan. We often think of boarding schools as being something that happened way in the past, but in fact, it was ongoing into the 20th century. There were several boarding schools operating in Michigan, and so it's important to bring that history to light to understand what is happening within the Native communities today. Then we shift our focus to another very tough topic. On October 25th, we'll have Heather Bruegel, who is a public historian and Native activist, who is going to talk about a very, very tough issue, murdered, missing, and Indigenous women.
Mm-hmm.
And this is getting some national attention over the last couple of years, and I know we've had local protests and awareness events here in Grand Rapids, but I think that it's still one of those topics that you know, the general public doesn't know enough about because it is so tragic and terrible. And then finally, we wrap up the series November 1st with Guntram Herb, who's a geographer, and his partner Patricia Laban Herb, who is a poet and artist. And they're going to talk about the border between the US and Canada. A lot of people don't realize that there are many tribal groups that expand or that cross the international border, and there's a lot of complications that come about because of that. And so we want to make people aware of that issue as well.
Why take on this subject matter? What's the importance of it?
I think Henny will agree with me here that we can't be informed citizens unless we have a background understanding of, you know, what has happened in the past and what is happening currently. And we just feel that there's not enough mainstream coverage of these topics. Certainly people are speaking out and speaking up, but we do think that we need to, you know, elevate these voices more.
Yeah. All right. Starts on Wednesday. For details on the series and other in-person programs at KDL, visit kdl.org/events. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.